Hello, Tom. It's everyone here. We're talking about another AOC monitor. This time the AOC Q27G4XN. I'm not gonna say that anymore. And also, welcome back to Tom's Honest Tips. I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get started. Now, this is a 27-inch monitor. This monitor has a screen resolution of 2560 by 1440 or 2K or 1440p, whichever you're comfortable using. This resolution provides much better detail and clarity compared to 1080p. Now, I might just be overreacting, but 1440p looks so much clearer compared to 1080p. That's probably just me again. Anyhow, let's talk about the panel used. A VA panel. Just like the previous AOC monitor we talked about, but this time, it's not backlit by many LEDs. It's kinda sad, but it's not really that much of a bummer, especially at this price range. It only costs less than $200, and I think that's pretty affordable relatively speaking. As I've said, VA monitors have greater contrast compared to IPS panels, but they're also generally slightly worse, but also cheaper. If this monitor used an IPS panel, I'm willing to bet the price would jump to about maybe $230-ish. It's still not a bad price, since IPS does kind of feel much better overall. Now, let's talk about the refresh rate. The refresh rate is where this monitor shines. It's capable of 180Hz, and that makes a big difference in competitive games. You know, Valorant, Apex Legends, CSD, whatever kind of competitive game, really. Response times are also not too bad, but remember, VA panels have slightly higher response times, but that doesn't mean you can't shit on your enemies. Overall, it's a good gaming monitor, especially if you have less than $200. One thing to note, however, is that this monitor does not have AMD FreeSync or NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility, but it does have adaptive sync, which isn't too bad. Connections on this monitor are pretty simple as well, just like the previous AOC monitor we talked about. 2 HDMI ports if you want to connect your consoles, and one DisplayPort 1.4 port for the full 2K 180Hz experience. Now, I haven't actually talked about the panel itself. Now, this monitor covers about 90% of the DCI-P3 color space, which I think is reasonable enough for some color critical work or some creative workloads. The brightness, however, is a little bit too depressing, since it only has 300 nits, but I mean it's kind of expected for a less than $200 monitor. Anyway, design-wise, it's fine. You know, it's fine, really. Nothing too fancy. I mean, it's got a pretty chunky stand, and the base of the stand is some sort of flat plate thing. I like that. And the monitor itself is pretty sleek. Very modernistic, if I may say so myself. And that's a wrap. If you want to get this monitor, you can check out the link in the description below, or you can scan this QR code, whichever is convenient for you. Again, I'm Tom, and it's been a pleasure. See you all next time.